Hello, and I think it is time I review a new fountain pen. And the fountain pens I currently have with me would be the Twisby, the Noodlers, the Lamy, and I have these two cheap pens that I bought off of a site online. Now, we're going to be looking at a different pen, and this one is one that I've been looking forward to getting for a while now. The pen that I have here is this Muji pen. It has this barrel on it that has a nice grip, and this should post in the back of it. Let's hope. Yes, it does fit. I think this will make a good thumbnail. Let's see. Let's test it out. Focus. Wait, hold on a second. My nails are so dirty right now. I do a lot of stuff at work that makes my hands all dirty. Maybe I should clean them before a video. But then again, I don't really care. Oh well. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Let's go ahead and try to make a good thumbnail for this. Get this focused. Try and think of where I want it. Maybe right there. Maybe something like this. Or this. Or how about that? I think that'll work. Anyways, I'm going to put some ink in this. So the first thing I'm going to do is go get some ink roll back. Did you hear that? Listen. Made like a sound. That's what it sounds like to me. So I'm going to get some ink. I'll be right back. The ink that I've got here is this carbon ink. It is platinum black, 60cc amount in it. I think you can see that if it'll focus. How about this? How about a better thumbnail? How about there we go. I think that'll work. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yes, the ink. So this here is the carbon black ink, and this is what I'm going to be using for this fountain pen here. And every time I look at it, it looks like some sort of tool for working on something. Like, you know how you've got different little well, it kind of reminds me of an X-Acto knife, maybe. Like the barrel of this, when I'm holding onto it. So let's go ahead and get this taken apart here. I have so many cameras going on right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras. Plus so many things set up around me that I'm trying to coordinate and do all this. And I've actually thought about getting a couple more. That's down the road from now. Down in the future. What is on this? There's something that was stuck on my fountain pen. Anyway, let's open this up. What is going on here? There it goes. If I can get this open. What type of packaging is this? Okay. And here it is. Platinum carbon ink. I'm not much of a one for caring about keeping the box, so don't need that. I think, how does this refill? Because there is this little reservoir in this here, and I wonder if this pen can pull the ink up or how this is even done, but we're gonna find out. I'm pretty sure that you can just take this pen and the ink should go up into the pen. Let's open this up and see what this ink is like inside. I wonder if it's got a, like a seal at the top of it or not. I should probably get some paper towels. One moment. It's time to get ourselves some ink here. And I'm hoping I don't get this on me. What does it smell like? I kind of smell paint. Sort of. So go ahead and get ourselves some ink now. Make sure I twist this the proper direction. One thing I wish that I was able to do something about is the waste of ink when you dip this in there. Wait a second. I think I'm just going to use this here. Put this in there. And then dip it that way. And then I can clean it off so I don't get so much ink at the tip of the fountain pen. Here we go. Getting some ink into the reservoir. I've heard a lot about this pen. About how good it draws. Okay. Just a little bit of ink there left. I can't even talk right. I've been so sleepy the past few days from working so much. Anyways, let me put the cat back on there. That's done. I was just thinking after this video of how many different cameras that I have to edit in my video editor and edit all the audio combined together. So there's that. It's in Japanese. Carbon black. Now let's go and put this on. Like that. I'm just not going. It doesn't seem to snap on like a lot of other fountain pens. It seems to go on differently. Just a little bit different. I was making sure that I was recording this audio. And I've got here a piece of cardstock paper I'm going to use to test this pen. And then we're going to do a doodle with this pen. I think I've thought about doing it in my Moleskine Sketchbook, which is this one right here. I've done all kinds of random and strange doodles in, but oh well. I think maybe I could. No, I'll save that for later. Another surprise for later. Let's go ahead and test this and see if it works. And it has. This one is a fine tipped nib. Let's go ahead and test this out. gonna get it writing. Is the ink flowing? Is the ink flowing? Did I do something wrong? Possibly. I think. Hold on a sec. I think I might know what it is. I think I had to push the. Yeah, that was right. I had to push the little reservoir down so the ink would flow into it. I forgot to do that part. I'm trying to look at all these different cameras everywhere. It's a lot of multitasking. Now I'm debating if I should put the cap on it or not. Usually I don't draw with that on there, but maybe this time I will. I don't know. There. That's what it looks like so far. Will this focus properly? Focus. There, everything has to focus now. Okay. Now let's test this on this paper and see what type of lines we can get here. Am I even in center? Can you all see that? Okay. It feels pretty smooth. It does seem to work pretty good, although I'm getting a bit of feathering on this paper. I like how this one draws. I'm really liking it so far. Something about the way it sounds when it makes the lines across the paper. It's like a... Let's see how it does filling in a big block area of ink. Pretty good. How does it do with stippling? Is this a flex nib? It seems to have a little bit of flex too, but not much. Seems to work for stippling pretty good. Because this is a fine nib. My Lamy Safari that I draw with, that one is an extra fine nib. I'm liking it so far. Let me check something here. I think I might have ink in my Lamy Safari. I don't know. I don't think I do. Let me test and find out. No, I don't have any ink. None in that one. Let's see if I have any in my Noodler's Ahab. I don't think I did. I don't think so. Nope. At least I don't see any in the reservoir. No. I gotta refill both of these pens. Also. What did I do? Okay, there we go. So that's... Those need refilled. Anyways, I like this pen so far. What I do like about this is that it's got this grip on it here. And... it feels like it would be nice to hold on to for a long period of time when you're drawing, especially if your hands get, oily or sweaty. You don't have to worry about your hands slipping off of it or holding onto it. It's got a nice grip. It feels very, what's the word? Industrial, mechanical. It feels like a tool. That's what I like about the barrel of this. I really like that. It feels nice to hold on to. It's got a good weight. Let's test the balance. What is the balance of this pen here? I'm gonna test it, but I don't want to drop it. It's a little bit heavy on this side, obviously, because that's where all the good stuff happens. Okay, so I'm going to get myself a piece of paper or maybe a sketchbook and I'm gonna do some drawing in this. And I don't know what I'm gonna make as usual, but I'm liking this pen so far. I'm liking these lines that I can make here. I'm hoping you can see that in the other camera. I'm trying to get used to this. There's so many cameras all over the place. Okay, right there. Because I'm looking at the camera up above me, and it's like backwards, upside down. So let me think of a pattern that I usually doodle real quick. Let's see here. Do like this one. I can see myself doing a lot of drawings with this. I like it. Let's go ahead and see what we can doodle with this pen here. We'll see. I don't know if I want to use a sketchbook. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer I draw on a sketchbook, or do you prefer that I draw on loose sheets of paper? Okay, now let's go ahead and get ourselves something different to draw on. Now that I've scribbled away on this, and we'll see what we can make. So if you want to, you can draw along, you can just listen, you can watch, do whatever you want. Let's go ahead and start on some doodling. But first, before I forget, I've got to put my headphones on so I can listen to some podcast or music or something else. Or maybe you can put your headphones on and just listen to me talk and ramble on about completely random and irrelevant things. So let's begin our adventure into this doodle and see what we can make. I went to my friend's house a few days ago. The drive was about an hour and a half long. Along the way, there was some construction along the road, and quite a bit of it. This extended for maybe 3/4 of the distance that I was driving. There was a lot more traffic there on my way than the last time, mostly due to the construction that made the road from 4 lanes to 2 and then only 1 lane. I got to his house. We hung out for a couple of hours, walked around, looked at some of the buildings and statues and features of the city they lives in. We walked to the dock that was near where he lives by these large lakes. And then we walked a few blocks, looked at more things, talked about random topics. We continued walking and we eventually started to make our way back to the car. It was really warm out that day. It was at least 92 degrees Fahrenheit. It felt like we'd walked many, many miles due to all the different locations we'd walked to and looked at everything. We got back to the car, hung out at his place for a couple of more hours, and then I had to get ready to go home. It was late at this point, after midnight, and I had to drive back home, an hour and a half at least. I had to work the next day. I had to be awake at 5 a.m. On my way home, I felt completely exhausted. So I turned my radio on, played random music at very high volume, not too loud, but enough to keep me awake and alert. I only got about maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and the next day after work, I came home. It was about 6 p.m. I laid in my bed, and I don't remember doing anything after work. I remember waking up at around 1 or 2 a.m. a bit confused as to what just happened. And then I had noticed that it was 2 in the morning. I stayed awake for a couple of hours, did some more drawing, and then went back to sleep at 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. And then finally got up and started my day. Got myself the Muji fountain pen and started another doodle. And this here is the doodle that I've created with this fountain pen. And this pen is quickly becoming one of my new favorites to draw with. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.